Hey guys, it's Melissa with the Realtor Family, and welcome to my first Facebook Live weekend peek-in, where I'm giving you a peek into the February 2019 market. So welcome, and what we're going to be talking about today is I'm going to be going over interest rates, home prices, days on market, inventory, and kind of put that all together so you'll know if you're a buyer or a seller, what that means for you. If you are watching this live or the replay, go ahead and comment below what city you are located in. We like to see where our reach is hitting. So let's get into it. First of all, when I say the market, I could be talking about nationwide, but we're going to try to get a little bit more local. So for those of you that don't know, I'm partners with my mom, so she's located in Claremont. I'm still in Riverside. So we cover kind of between that area. So we like to say the Inland Empire and beyond. If you are outside the Inland Empire, we do cover that, but for purposes of this video and me analyzing the market, I'm studying pretty much between that area. So just so you know, going forward. Okay, so first thing let's discuss is interest rates. Okay, so interest rates in January of 2019 averaged about 4.5%. Last month in December 2018, they averaged about 4.6%, and about a year ago, they're about 4%. So we saw in 2018 a pretty good hike in interest rates, and now it's kind of getting steady, coming back down a little bit. So this is actually really good for buyers, of course, right? So if you are looking to buy, obviously, the lower interest rates are, the more of a home you can afford, the more of a loan you'll qualify for, and the better house you can get for the same price. So in turn, that's actually really good for sellers as well, because the more buyers that are on the market, the more they can buy your home. So it's a win-win for everybody. And we are also seeing don't mind me and my cheat sheets down here. We're also seeing a drop in producer prices. So lower absent inflation actually helps interest rates stay low as well. So, okay, so there's that. So that's interest rates. Now, let's talk a little bit about home prices. Home prices, again, for this market. So this is going to obviously change drastically depending on even what neighborhood you're in, right? But home prices for January of 2019 in this market that I'm analyzing average about $450,000. So if we look at December of 2018, they're about $425,000, and then about a year ago it was $420,000. So again, if we look more at the trend than the actual number, we're seeing, excuse me, an increase slightly in the home prices. Now there was a small kind of drop at the end of the second half actually of 2018. And you might have heard rumors about the market kind of slowing or, prices coming down. So that was happening last year, but now we're seeing this hike again. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer, another month or so to go by to see kind of if this month was just an anomaly or not. But when we look at January 2019 versus January 2018, it had gone up about $30,000. So basically, obviously, okay, if you're a homeowner, you always love to hear that home prices are going up, right? More equity in your house. So it's a good thing for sellers if home prices are going up in that regard. So we will just keep more of an eye on that and see how that goes. Okay. Let's move on to days on market. Now, when I say days on market, if you don't know what that means, days on market is going to be, is going to be from the date that your home goes on the market or on the MLS to the date that you have an accepted offer. So, or of the accepted offer, I should say. So when somebody says days on market, that's what they mean, the days from your home getting listed to the date of the accepted offer. Now, in January of 2019, it took 34 days for a home to go on the market to get that accepted offer. In December of 2018, it was 32 days. And then a year ago, it was about 23 days. So we have been seeing that steadily increase slightly. Now, we don't know, maybe that is due to interest rates going up because in 2017 they were below 4%. So as interest rates get higher, you typically have less buyers on the market, right? Less buyers that can afford to buy. So that might be why homes were taking longer to sell. Days on market getting longer is actually good for buyers because this will give you more time, right? If a home goes on the market and 3 days later there's an accepted offer, that does not leave you a lot of time to go see the property or to put an offer on it, negotiate, any of that. It all happens super fast. So the longer it takes a home to go into escrow or get an accepted offer, I should say, is better for buyers. And we are seeing nationwide, they say that only 13% of offers faced a bidding war versus a year ago that was 53%. So that's a pretty drastic decrease in offers being on the table. So also something we'll keep an eye on. Oh, and one other point I wanted to mention about days on market is this is drastically going to depend on what agent you hire. And I don't say this just to sell ourselves, but here at the Realtor Family, our average days on market is 14 days, not 34 days, 23 days, or what have you. So just keep in mind that it's super important when you do go to sell to get yourself a good agent so your home does not be one of the ones that's sitting on the market, because if the average is 34 days, that means a lot of agents are taking way longer than 34 days to sell their house. So there's that piece. Okay, now let's move on to inventory. So inventory is looking at how many homes are on the market at any given time, right? So in January of 2019, so last month, in this market, again, was about 3,700 homes on the market. The month prior, there was about 4,000, and about a year ago, there was over 4,000. So again, if we look more at the trend than the actual numbers, we are seeing a slight decline in inventory, less people putting their homes on the market. However, there have been more homes going pending. So what does that mean, right? We have more buyers coming on the market right now, but fewer sellers coming on the market. So that's actually really good if you're a seller, right? Because you have less competition and more people fighting over your home. All right, so now let me kind of try to wrap that up for you a little bit here. So I can tell you, kind of interpret that for you, depending on if you are a buyer or if you are a seller and what that means for you. So if you're a seller, good news, congratulations, we are in a seller's market. So we have like I was saying, we've got lower inventory, more buyers, and prices going up potentially. So that's all good pieces to give you a good sale for your home, meaning it is a really good time to sell if you're considering it. With that little caveat of days on market increasing. So again, what I will say about that is you definitely just want to hire a good realtor, because homes can be sold quickly still in this market, but you don't want to take that piece for granted. So get yourself a good realtor so you can get past that obstacle and not have your home hanging out in the market for too long. Now, if you're a buyer, don't get discouraged because it still is a good time to buy. So with interest rates still being relatively low and in the 4s is still good. So with interest rates still being relatively low and days on market being relatively high or higher, going up, trending up, we'll see. That is still a good recipe to buy. Home prices are still not too crazy. So the biggest thing is, of course, qualifying, but you still have some things in your favor. So what I always say about buying is you never want to try to time the market, but if you can afford to buy and you want to buy, then buy. So, you still, of course, want to get yourself a good agent that can help navigate you through that process. And as we get into the spring market where more buyers come onto the market looking to buy, you're competing against more people on the market. So with that, you want to make sure you have a good agent that knows how to write a competitive offer that can beat out the other buyers trying to get that house that you really want. Okay, so I'm trying to keep this video at about 10 minutes here. So I will thank you all for watching here. Again, if you're watching live or the replay, go ahead and comment below where you're coming from, where you're located, so we can see where you guys are at. If you know of somebody looking to buy or sell or considering it, go ahead and share this with them so they can get the information. I'm going to try to do one of these videos every month and keep it relatively short so you can get the information you need for our market. And let me see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. I guess that's it. So again, I'm Melissa with the Realtor Family, and I will keep you guys posted on another market update next month. All right, have a good one. See you guys.